This week on the Push Pull Legs podcast, Stephen Bartlett, what's he doing? Coach Carnivore Cam, what a legend, and pancake topping. I guess we'll speak for that about 20 seconds.
The major host, well over again.
Fucking hell. 3, 2, 1. It's Coach Carnivore Cam Pancake Day.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast with myself, Dammy.
And me, Coach Carnivore Tom.
Coach Carnivore. Brilliant. Oh dear. Hope you're all well. Hope we've had another great week on Carnivore Cam Watch, as you guys can imagine. It's been fantastic. So yeah, he's done some crazy shit, but as of yet, no pancakes, which I'm disappointed about.
Yeah, well, he does do like at least three fucking videos a day, so there's still time for later. Not all of us have peaked early at 10:30 like me and had pancakes already.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's going to come out, like I said, with something really good for dinner. Do you know, like a really good, solid mince pancake. I think that's going to be the thing.
I know. I'm trying to work out in my head how it's going to be put together, because obviously he needs to. What pancakes normally milk, eggs, and flour.
Now, what he'll do, right, is he'll get a load of mince and he'll blend it.
Eggs.
He'll blend it.
Eggs.
He'll blend it.
He can do milk. So and he normally makes, what's the flour he has? There is some
beef
sort of
flour.
Beef flour. So I'm surprised he's not on that. I'm hoping it happens. He must know. It's going to happen.
He can't have it for breakfast, to be fair, can he? Do you know what I mean?
No, he's going to have it. He's going to have it for dinner. I'm incredibly excited.
I don't know if he will. I think he's going to go, don't need any of that pancake crap. And he'll do that with his hand, like crap, like he does. I've got to get it up. I've got to go on it. I've got to have a little look.
I'm also very pleased that I think me and Dana can now start maybe a week on week, so it doesn't look too obvious. Each of us is allowed to comment on one video throughout a fortnight, and we've got to try and get the most likes. So I'm taking that mantle. 80. I've got 80 something likes on that one comment so far. Yeah. So it's pretty. That's a strong effort. But I was first to mark it, so I was pretty hot on it. And I got Coach Carnivore Cam to like my comment, so I didn't get him to.
I think that's bonus straight away. Yeah, I think he was that straight away.
That's worth 10 likes.
I think we should try and get him on the podcast, and we should try and be his friend, and then just get on the podcast and be complete satire. Just be completely like, okay, that's great. And what else would you recommend that they eat? Well, just mince. But anything else? No, it's the okay, cool. And we just get him on just for the banner. Just for the banner. Because
I'm too much of an honest person. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, what is going on?
Are you though? Are you?
I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face for that
I've
long.
been on a podcast. They invited me on. It was so good.
He's got more followers than both of us. So yeah, fucking do something, right?
Yeah.
And as you just posted that, I think 75% of them are there like we are. So I think that's a low threshold for how many people are following him because of that. I think it's a low estimation.
Probably. I'm getting a bit too much credit there, aren't I?
That means of 20,000 people, you're thinking that, if it's 75%, like 5,000 people are following him
I think you underestimate how crazy carnivores are.
I think I've overestimated how many there are, surely.
Yeah.
Secret carnivores.
It's the way he does the crackling, the blending, the crackling.
Oh, it's
for the flour.
It's great.
Oh my dear.
Anyway,
Coach Carnivore Cam. Look at the state of these videos.
We've got higher or lower. That's what we're going to call it now. Because it feels like Brucey's thing. Like play your cards right, doesn't it? And you just got a picture of Cam, and then you go up or down from there. We'll dress up as Bruce Forsyth. Anybody who's under the age of 25, you have no idea what I'm on about. Sure. They're like, what? That was prime Saturday evening TV for me and Dan were children. So that and the Generation Game, and classics.
Absolutely prime.
So Dan still watches that on repeat. So he's got a channel. So it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, mate, he got Eddie Abu commenting on one of his posts. Eddie Abu clapped his post.
No way. Oh, Eddie Abu's getting some clout. Didn't somebody who did a post on Eddie Abu the other day? Somebody was ripping into him.
It's got up to 2 million followers now.
Fucking hell.
2 million people.
Oh,
Like
Doctor, what's his face? The
Dr. Ids, he loves
time for
him.
school. That guy.
Yeah, he loves him. Dr. Ids loves
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
He's because he did a my protein paid one, didn't he? When because obviously Eddie Boo doesn't think protein powder is a actual
Yeah.
food, so it's not real
Yeah.
food, even though it's taken directly from milk. It's
Literally, that's
like
what he said, wasn't it?
yeah, he was
On
like
that video he
it's,
did.
and then he said that it was in the complete protein like sources. They're like it's you can only absorb like 14% of it or something like that compared to eggs at like 70%. And then he was just like,
Mm.
well, these studies say they're actually the same,
Yeah.
and you absorb all of it.
The thing is, you're never gonna convince people with studies that are into this sort of stuff because
No,
they
they're
don't
like,
believe it. Like
I've eaten
it's
this and I feel better because you think you're going to feel better. That's why you feel better. So, ugh.
it's
Anyway,
it's mad.
we've gone hard too soon, haven't we? So we've got a few
We
topics.
always do that.
A few topics. So I guess we have to because we're a light-hearted, friendly neighborhood podcast. We have to talk about pancakes because that's what everybody talks about right now. We will give this 3-4 minutes. I guess it deserves. That's about it. Doesn't deserve anything more than that because it's
Mm.
a fun day, but it's for kids, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
100%.
and then obviously we've got to talk about my buddy Stephen Bartlett, me and him, like that. I've met him twice, 3 times. I've met him 3 times.
Oh,
Got
all
zero.
right.
He's
Three
got zero
times.
bants. Zero bants. As
No,
Stephen
he's
Bartlett.
got no time for banter, see that, man. You can
Absolutely
tell.
no bants. Yeah, which I found out to my detriment. So yeah, which
That
is
or you're just not funny, Tom.
ah, I'm funny in some ways. So all right, I can be quite quick, but
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
And
Okay. You think
I'm
so?
mainly sarcastic, if that's the
It's
thing.
true.
But sarcasm is the lowest
Extremely.
form of wit. So, oh, Jesus Christ! All right, and then we have to play higher or lower. But I also got asked a question today.
What question?
Oh, sorry, that was me taking a big swig of. I'm going through the Audi's
Oh,
own brands. Orange Zero Sugar Vive. Look at that.
Vibe. That's not too bad. That's not too much of a rip off from Fanta, is it? That it's just
No,
orange. It's
that's
just the
not.
orange.
Actually, like I went into Aldi, yeah. There's £2, 1.99. There's these protein pot things. Anybody wants this? It's only because I'm dieting. I'm looking for this shit. Um, and they're only like 300 odd calories, like frozen teriyaki noodles and stuff like that.
Mm.
317 calories, 30 grams of protein. Pretty good to just whack in the microwave and crack on. So that's my top tip for the day. Aldi of that. All good. All good. I bought a few.
Decent that.
Yeah, they're actually all right. Actually all right, Daniel. Especially for me, because I'm obviously a lean machine now. I've been dieting for a week, so I've completed it, mate. So it's pretty good.
Lean
Yeah.
machine. Yeah.
Just need to come down and weight, don't I? Because all this fun running. I got to go for a run later as well. Just fun.
What do you need to get down to? What have you targeted?
I'm gonna try and go down to about 85,
Mm.
and my current is I'm about 92.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
not
bit
going to go
low
down
to.
to when I was powerlifting, I was like 81, 82. That was unsustainable. And also, that was 7 years ago. So you'd like to think I'd put on a little bit of muscle since
Yeah,
then.
you won't be able to get back down there, I don't think. Being honest.
I don't think. Yeah, my natural sitting weight has definitely risen and risen. So, but one would hope that is a cumulative volume and muscle mass. I
Yeah.
hope. So we'll see. Somewhere between, I'll be happy between like 85, 86, somewhere like that. But I actually look in all right shape if I get down to that. So, which would be weird.
Yeah.
I guess every cloud. Yeah, but I also don't want to. I guess there's residue muscle mass anyway, so I won't look like complete shit at that weight. So, or like because I'm doing all the cardio. So,
Let's hope not, mate.
I know, so it's all right. Right. Well, the question was, I got asked about it today because obviously there's like with myself and you, we probably get asked this every now and again. Was how long did we start with how long did we do one-to-one PT before we online coached? Um, and
Uh,
should you do online coaching if you haven't one-to-one PT'd? This was a girl called Emily, I think she asked me today. Um, and obviously I was like, well, my story is a little bit different, I guess, because I didn't really do online coaching for a while because I was doing education. So I went
mm.
down a different route for my alternative income. So income streams, all about for PTs. So yeah, obviously we've got different, not different views, but different ways of doing it. So Daniel, say what you did first, because they'll be obviously our main demographic is PT, so they'll be interested to know if they're recent
Yeah, I
listeners.
started. Well, I started in football first, and that's where I started. And then I had some online clients while I was working in football. So I don't know if you class that as in person or not. It's not really the same as PT, to be fair. So
No.
I started there, had a few online clients, and then obviously transitioned to being a PT. And that's when I felt like I actually became a much better coach for it, actually, from doing that. So I don't think it's essential, but I do think it is very valuable to do that. I think you understand how gyms work. And when I say that, I mean as in like working in one, what it's like to be in a busy gym, have people that feel intimidated in the gym, have people who don't know what they're doing in the gym, all that sort of stuff. I think things like picking up on cues, things that you need to learn. And I just think understanding how different people react to different days based on how they feel, based on the day that they've had, based on so many of the factors. And I think it teaches you a lot about humans, how to coach someone, like I said, on a human level, beyond macros, calories, and there's science and research, and it actually teaches you how to deal with humans on that level, and also as well how important the social aspect of it is. Like I think that's the one thing that I learned the most from personal training that I think carried over to online coaching, and something that honestly is probably carried over into doing what I do now with mentoring other coaches and telling them the importance of having a good relationship socially with your clients and understanding them as humans, and being able to talk to them about these things rather than just focus on fitness. Again, all the other advice from mentors is just talk about fitness. You shouldn't be talking about anything else. And it's like, and that's probably the reason why you can't actually retain your clients and why you're
Yeah.
actually not getting the results that you could be getting. Because as you found, Tom, with your clients, right, you still train them years on now. For me, when I worked at Third Space, I'm not being funny, but and this is no disrespect to you, I don't think they're with you solely because they're seeing amazing gym progress week on week and they can't believe the outstanding progress and they're putting on mountains and mountains of muscle and that's the reason they're staying. No disrespect, they are as well, of course. But I think it's also because you're a
Thank
half
you.
decent person to spend time with. It's that they're seeing progress and they're enjoying your company and they're enjoying the programming, they're enjoying the progress that they're seeing, the longer term vision of the goal. But alongside someone that they would probably consider that it's good spending an hour's time of my life with Tom. It makes my day better in theory. And it's
Right.
that. And I think that's the thing that I took from it the most. That I think the people who go into online coaching straight off the bat, on the whole, struggle with more, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. The people who obviously my journey was a little bit different. Obviously, I was in football, but I didn't do any like online coaching. I was actually doing some moonlighting as education before even in football. That's how I got my job at first base. What are you trying to catch, Dan? I'm sorry, Dan's
Mosquito.
distracted me because he's like
Mosquito.
he basically looks like a cat right now, where he's kind of jumping around his
I've got
office,
it.
which is very distracting.
Is it? Sorry,
I
mate. I didn't know you could see it. I thought it was off the screen. I thought it was off the
You're
screen.
not off the
Like
screen. Like,
it's just it's
imagine,
mozzie
like, right,
season, mate. It's mozzie
that's good.
season. It's
Quality
fucking
season,
annoying.
brilliant. Because it was raining
Yeah.
today. There's mosquitoes. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, it's all bad.
And he's just like, well, you know, when a cat is like trying to paw at some stuff and he then like, no.
Yeah, that's me.
But
Yeah.
instead it's Dan and he's got a crazed look in his eye. So I'm slightly concerned about what's happening. So they're all bloodshot and he's just like,
Yeah.
some sort of hatred for mosquitoes. Interesting. Anyway, my story is a little bit different. Yeah, I did some education, stuff like that. So I did a little bit, I think when, I don't know, a couple of years in, but then I very quickly into like the education side of stuff. So I think I did like
Mm.
maybe 9 months of online coaching and I binned off all my clients because I wanted to go do education. And I was like, look, I'm not spend my quality of care or whatever, the people that I want to spend time with them wasn't high enough for my what I would deem as a standard. Um, so I went into education. So then I revisited a bit, not like literally only about 18 months ago, I revisited online coaching. People think I've been doing it for fucking years. It was only because like I
Mm.
could revisit it and it was fine. I could literally go straight in and I had about luckily through well, not profile, I guess, but I had like 10 clients within like a month, and it was like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. That's obviously doesn't happen all the time fucking now. Wish it fucking did, but that's
Yeah,
would be
be nice, wouldn't
click your fingers and boom, off it goes. No, I do all the same stuff that Dan teaches to his stuff, like his guys, right? But yeah, it's twofold from an educator point of view, right? So obviously Dan spends more on business and stuff like that. From my fold, the coaching like stuff is usually worse from somebody who hasn't done one-to-one PT, and it's incredibly noticeable from that in terms of what you said, like client care and relationship building and stuff like that. Because I get to some clients, I spend 4.5 hours with them a week.
Mm.
There's no chance that anybody's doing that like on a mental like any kind of online stuff at all.
No.
Like with the best ability, that's not happening. So I get to learn everything about them. Which in turns have been my friend and stuff like that. This is one thing for one-to-one PTs as well. I've spoken to quite a few people, one-to-one personal trainers, who think I'm fucking mad that I consider all of my clients currently my friends, and I would happily go for a drink with them, happily go for a meal with them. I go to golf events with them. I go to whatever. They're like, no, we can't. You can't mix like work and whatever. I'm like, why not?
Madness.
Fucking bonkers. Are you crazy? You're in a lifestyle industry, fit
Mm.
into the lifestyle of like being social and be like, do not put that barrier up, because then you are easily replaceable, because
Yeah.
you're just seen as that person I come to exercise with, not, oh, Tom, like I'm playing golf with a lad and we're going all the way up to like Woburn to play. Whole
Mm.
day, he's paid for it. He's like, yeah, I'm his guest and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't happen if I don't see him outside of work, right? Um, and the same case of stuff like that. Cool. You get all these like little things that people are willing to do for you because of that, because you're a friend. But you have to like lay those foundations, right? And then the other
Mm.
side of that is, like you said, learning about gyms and emotions and responses and stuff like that, how that is. Tendency is people who don't know how to be in a gym and program in a gym, their programming and exercise selection tends to suck ass, because they're not able to
Yeah.
regress or lateralize very quickly on exercise selections. And I will be able to spot a online program straight away. Like I'll be like, yeah, I can see what you're doing. It's fine. It's that, but that's all it is. It's fine. There's no nuance to it. It's very much like 95% incredibly fucking safe when you haven't like done any one-to-one coaching. And you wouldn't like Dan will be able to
And it's
do
it's also like there's also like very few like supersets or understanding of mixing like again time management, I think as well. Like they just
correct.
give
Yeah.
a bunch of lists of exercise, go, oh yeah, you'll be an hour and a half, you'll be fine. And like people want quicker stuff like
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, it's very hard. So those are the two things that, yeah. But in terms of a time frame, I would suggest one-to-one coaching first. I would suggest you do both, and maybe take on online coaching as like in your first 6 months as freebies, so you get to learn, and then start charging after that. I'm assuming
that.
after a bit of results, learning your systems, learning your time management with it, and then go through that would be my suggestion. Yeah, because we've all done it. Like I ran my first like combine stuff for free for like absolutely got 15 people to go for it essentially for free. Um, and then I charged like 100 quid for it, then it's fine. Um, Obviously with online coaching it's a little bit different. I charge straight away, but I think after like 8, 9 years of experience, it was probably fine too. Yeah. So yeah, that'd be my suggestion,
Yeah,
advice
I
ish.
think it's just I think it's worth doing. And just think everyone I know is the best online coach start in person.
Yeah.
That's the thing I would say with it. I know Mike never did in person. He's a very good online coach, but he's like very, very rare. It's very, very rare for that to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, but then I guess some of the flaws that we just said, Mike will probably agree with us with. He
Oh,
probably is not the
100%.
best
Yeah.
for programming. He knows he's not. Like, and he's quite
Yeah,
open with it, isn't
exactly.
he?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Mm.
he's a good people person, and he's a good motivator, and he knows when to make those decisions with people, and he'll quite happy to be friends with them. So he like went hard on the personal side of it.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely fine.
That's it. Yeah.
Knowing your strengths to a degree, right? So yeah,
Correct. It's knowing your strengths and it's But it's also so like I just think that
Hmm.
that you just learn skills as a PT that I just don't think people that are like I don't think anyone tells you need to learn those skills. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not part of the book, it's not part of the handbook. It's not like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like they're just soft skills you pick up naturally because they're the soft skills you have to pick up to be a successful PT. So you kind of
Yeah.
then by definition then need to understand that that's what's going to make you a successful online coach. I feel like the same problems, the same online coaches that struggle to get clients online struggle to get clients in person, in my experience, because it's the
Yeah.
same thing in terms of being sociable and putting yourself out there and being a half decent human to be around, spend time with. So yeah, it's the same sort of things. I think you just learn on the job without realizing you're learning on the job with it.
See.
Anyway, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Pancake toppings. We've got 3 minutes. What would you have?
Pancake toppings. I
Right. And number
would
one. Right. Number one. This or that. Crepe or American pancake?
American pancake every time.
Oh, I would go crepe. No.
No, that's traditional pancake day stuff, though, isn't it? That's what the English do, but they're
That's what the
shit
English
pancakes
do.
compared to American. It's
But
shit.
if I was going to have like a pancake meal, then we're talking like have we been to the Breakfast Club together? I feel like we must
Yeah,
have. I don't know.
we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Then I'd just have an all American and go nuts on
yeah.
that, if I'm honest.
Maple syrup and
Um,
everything. Yeah,
I had a
try.
conversation with someone today. Again, madness, having a conversation about pancakes with a client. And she was like, "Oh no, like pancakes and eggs that shouldn't be on the same plate and with syrup." And I'm like,
What?
"What?"
Sure.
I'm like, "Are you mad?" She was like, "I was like, have you ever been to the Breakfast Club?" She was like, "Yeah, it's awful." I'm like,
Oh
"What are
my God.
you like?
And then
What
you
is
and then you
this?"
sacked your client. So there
And
you
I
go.
was
That's
like,
another.
"You go and join your free bean chili. Fuck off." All right, yeah. All right, so sweet or savory?
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, savory. I just want bacon.
No.
I'm salivated now.
Yeah, but I can make bacon sweet by adding maple syrup to it. So
But the fundamental
yeah, but
is that
okay, okay,
it's
okay, but even with that, bacon is the only savory topping that you can have that's good. You can
egg.
have loads of sweet.
I want a poached egg with that bad boy.
No, no,
Uh, uh, no?
no,
Are you
no,
crazy? Are you
no.
crazy?
Sweet. Nutella. Oh, yeah.
Nutella,
Nutella.
yeah. So we go, and then are you putting any fruit on it? Yes, no,
No, no need
no,
to
no
make it
fruit.
healthy. Just
Uh,
Nutella. Nutella
I
and
had
Biscoff.
I had fruit today.
Separate pancakes.
Then yeah, Nutella, Biscoff, maple syrup, job
Mm.
done. You just keep it.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
I like
people
banana
get.
and Nutella. That goes together well.
Oh, it's
Some
not
people like
good.
it, but
Banana can suck my dick. I don't want that. No.
no, banana. Yeah.
You're like, what? No, not, I'm not a banana man. Strawberries, berries, all that kind of shit. No, lovely,
Nah,
lovely, lovely. But that's on my
nah.
healthy one.
That's with
Normally,
yogurts. Let's start with pancakes with
I would
yogurts.
normally do so. It's something from obviously I spent a little bit of time in Norway in my life, and I'd put there's like this caramel cheese, which is really good on it. It's pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Brown cheese, I believe. And then they would put like basically their Norwegian hot dogs in it as well, in like a crepe and like roll it and you'd like bite that. It's pretty good. I enjoyed that. I end up usually making on my savory side, I've got like cheese, brown cheese, bacon, and these hot dogs.
Mm,
Pretty good.
not too bad.
Pretty
Have you seen
really
the
good.
the one going around Instagram today about like here's your protein pancakes, how to have protein pancakes, and it's like a crepe with tuna in the middle of it, wrapped up.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah, yeah. Fuck off. I thought I saw
Horrific.
somebody on my stories making that. Like somebody I legitimately follow.
Oh
I swear it was one of
God.
your clients. Was
I've
it?
seen the meme going around, but I don't think any of my clients. I've not seen any of my clients
Uh,
post that they're having
it
it.
might have
But
been. It might. I swear it was somebody, and I was like, lame, unfollow. It's like
yeah,
tuna belongs on a bagel only, and a baked potato.
oh,
That's
I had one of
better.
those the other day. Tuna mayo back jack potato, very good.
They're underrated, isn't it? It's really
Every
underrated,
so
jack
often, it's
potato.
just really nice to have one. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
it's
like,
good.
this is so like wholesome and homely, isn't it? You're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You don't get the because it's obviously you just crank up the AC, I guess, to feel cold because you want to feel cold whilst you're eating it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. Oh, we used to do that every Wednesday during my master's degree. We used to go down and have jacket potatoes in the quad with all the cool kids.
What? I'm about to say, yeah, you sound so cool then.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's just something so British about a
Nerds.
jacket potato as well, isn't it? It's just
Oh, yeah.
British. So British.
You want baked beans, some cheese, and then maybe, but also
It's
chili's good on it. Like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
not as British though as washing yourself in beef moisturizer, Tom. That's British. That's proper British right there.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's the video that I commented on last week. Which is I've entered into the competition. Dan's got a rebuttal. He's got a week to do it before the next recording. So I think I'll be over 90 likes by that time. So that was a full week to do it. So get your fun on, mate. It's got to be sarcastic. It's
I
got to
love the
be
comments of like all the some people. Well, someone's commenting on the one here going, "Oh, I can't believe you've not said that this is an ad."
yeah, I know.
Like add, you need to add. I'm just gonna put that's the least of his worries.
Fucking
Seen
hell.
what he eats.
Yeah, you watched any of this channel? Like, what the fuck's going on?
I literally commented then. That's the least of his worries. Have you seen what he eats? Question mark. I'll make
Fucking
myself
hell.
laugh. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I know that.
Bless him. But I guess we need to talk about one, Stephen Bartlett, and two,
Yeah.
Coach Carnivore Cam. Which one's first?
Well, that was going to be my. You said about higher or lower. Stephen Bartlett was going to
All
be
right.
the was going to be the one. I thought you'd bring it up.
All right, we're
Yeah.
playing
So
higher or lower.
yeah.
What's the what's
Yeah.
the what's the theme tune to Brucey's thing?
I can't
I want you
remember.
need you
We'll
I
have to
need you
get it
to
up.
sing it. I have to get that next time. Okay,
We'll
I'll
have to
play
get
it
up
for
for
you.
next time. Yeah.
We won't get taken down for that, so it's fine. We're not playing any rights. Fuck off.
Yeah. We're not paying for nothing.
So yeah, I guess we're going to go higher or lower. So these are actually put forward because there was quite a few people who enjoyed our segment last week. So these two are from Luke. I think I'm assuming he probably follows us both if he listens to this drivel. So we're going Stephen Bartlett higher or lower than Coach
Yeah.
Carnival Cam in ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Um, is Stephen Bartlett currently more ridiculous than Coach Carnival Cam? Probably not, because I think we can
No.
probably see through what he's doing.
Lower. Yeah.
He is probably
Everyone's
lower.
screaming, "Oh my God, Stephen Bartlett!" Yeah. Fuck off.
Um, shall we circle back to that? Because obviously that's a bit more of a chat, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can delve into it right now. Toxic food. Is that what he's on about? Dan, you got it up. Who has he been
Yeah.
interviewing?
Basically,
Why
it's
is
just
people getting
like
angry?
people are just getting annoyed, aren't they, at Stephen Bartlett because of all the promotions on his YouTube, and there was like Dr. Fung was on there talking about fasting during obesity, and he's the guy that says calories in, calories out is a myth. Another guy here, our toxic food is causing our mental health crisis. And then obviously not that long ago, we had Tim Spector on saying how like you've been lied to about low fat foods are making you fatter. And it just seems that every second week there's a new episode of someone talking about nutrition and health and all this sort of stuff, and talking about how bad certain things are for you. And basically everyone just dismissing what is deemed as common knowledge around like calories and diets and all this sort of stuff. And I think it's just like we were talking about it, and I understand why coaches are getting their back up about it and kind of like using it for content, maybe from that side of things. But you need to understand that Stephen Bartlett knows exactly what he's doing. Like, he ain't stupid. His account has grown to 5 million subscribers. Last time I checked it, it was around 2 million.
Yeah.
He ain't making these videos for you. He ain't making them for the good of other people. He's making them to get clicks and to get views. And if you just go on his page, you will see exactly why he's getting them as well, right? So I'm going to read out 8 of the current headlines of the 8 most recent, not even the 8 best, the 8 most recent. And this is exactly what coaches need to learn from him. Forget what you think about him. Learn this. When I talk about titles for your thumbnails, for your captions, whatever it is, right? Listen to this. This is one of the best ones. Firstborns are smarter than their siblings. Agreed. I agree with that. Popular treat, in quotation marks, now considered deadlier than smoking. The link between childhood trauma and sex. Your comfortable life will cause cancer. Our toxic food is causing a mental health crisis. Exercise doesn't make you lose weight. Your friends are the reason for your divorce. Stress will kill you. They're just 8 thumbnails. Why do you think he gets 1 million views a video? Why do you think it gets talked about? Right? Because yes, it's sensationalist. Yes, it's out there. But if you're somewhat interested in these things, you will click on it.
Yeah.
And most general public are stupid. Their IQ is lower than yours. They are unaware of things. They will click on that. They will listen to it. They will take it in because you, as a coach, not you, Tom, you as a coach, listen to this, right? Whoever's listening to it, aren't making the content the same way. So you saying, come on, guys, do you know what? Just be in a calorie deficit. Like, spend 6 months in a calorie deficit and you'll lose 10 kilos. Do it in a sustainable way, right? Versus exercise doesn't make you lose weight, or your comfortable life will cause cancer. Which of those 2 options are you going to watch? Which of the 2 options are you going to watch, right? You can learn from it. Like, again, it is a bit shitty of him and all this sort of stuff, but he doesn't give a fuck what you think. He doesn't give a fuck what I think. He gives a fuck how many views he's getting and how many people talking about Stephen Bartlett. That's what he cares about. And you're playing into that. The more you talk about it, the more you talk about how he's an idiot and how he's stupid for getting these people on his show. He's not stupid for getting people on his show. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's reaching a wide variety of people that he would never have reached by talking about social chain. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, coaches talk about this all the time. Oh, I just want to focus on myself. Okay, keep focusing on yourself, right, and doing what you're doing. But all he's doing is opening himself up to other audiences who never heard of him. That's all they're doing. Because these people who come on his podcast share the podcast because they're like, oh my God, I was on Diary of a CEO. Gets shared to their audience of 200,000 people. They're like a micro influencer to him. And you know, it's I get it from coaches all the time. I don't want to tear people down. Oh, I don't want to do this. Or I don't want to make any wild claims. Okay, well, don't then. Like, don't then make any wild claims. Don't put your opinion across, right, as well as you want. He's doing it in a way that's making the most sense. Like, again, all like, I just find it frustrating because everyone's they're just slagging him off. Oh, Stephen Bartlett's doing this. Stephen Bartlett's doing that. Take what you can from what he's posting, learn from it, and do you put your own spin on it? Stephen Bartlett will, you know, you can even do like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head now, right? I'm using some of his things, right? Stephen Bartlett will cause cancer. Like, it's a stupid thing to say, but like, do you know what I mean? People are going to click on it. Listen to Stephen Bartlett will give you cancer. Say that. Listen to Stephen Bartlett will lose your friends. Say that. Because you can then go in a roundabout way about how if you try and fucking cut out all these favorite foods, whatever, you're going to lose friends, whatever, right? But it's like, it's just rather than just attacking him and being like, oh, he's putting out loads of misinformation, like turn it around and make it easier for you to make better content than just slagging him off and just saying this content's shit. Is like get all these different people on and try and think about, well, why is it working? Why is he getting different people on saying this sort of stuff? Yeah, it's just it's frustrating. It's really frustrating.
I mean, yeah, he literally like obviously I went to his talk and he was literally talking about this stuff. He was like, well, yeah, we push the health ones because they do better, because everybody has an opinion and there's lots of different stories that we can tell. And that's what he's in. He's in the business of storytelling. And he knows exactly what he's doing. And he knows how to grow a brand. And he's trying to grow Diary of a CEO. That's the brand he's trying to grow. And this is the best way he sees how to do it. And like you said, he's literally picking people and he's like, the health industry is a massive thing he's into currently in lots of different like therapies or like all the stuff. But if he opens himself up and takes on all of these people in the health industry, more than likely they're going to see him and buy something which is in his scope, which is probably happening, whether it's those fucking ear pressure things, whether it's the Zoe project, whether it's a Whoop, whether it's a whatever of those. He's opening those doors to people who may buy those products because they're listening to his show now because of that. And it's like this chain of how he gets dollar. So yeah, I think I concur. Like either I've taken from it, like some of my reels and the last bit haven't been like that, but like the title thing would be a little bit more forceful. And I have stuff like bin off your squats, like bin off back squatting.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, that was the last one that I did that did okay. And it was just like, it's literally that. And then people, and it'd be like, I'll tell you fucking why, and do that kind of stuff. And it's just like, yeah. And people are like, what? Why? I don't agree with that. I do loads of back squatting. Cool. Don't. It's fine. Get rid of
Yeah. And look,
it.
I understand, and I do understand like the contradiction of me saying like why having a go at him, but then also saying put your opinion across and kind of like,
Mm,
like it's more the way it's being done. It's more the way you're just having a go at him. You're not saying like, look, like again, like for example, the Zoe thing, like just talk about how he's got a vested interest in that product going well because he makes money off it. That's a valid point. You can talk about that. But when you talk about, oh, the guest is getting on his diary of CEO, it's not a good source of information for your health. It's like, yeah, no one's going there for their health. They're going it for the sensationalism because they think they're going to learn something. Again, not just about health, but like they know it's a podcast. They know that there's going to be some science maybe behind it. And they always throw up this pseudoscience stuff. It's more so a case of like using it to your advantage to go, well, with my coaching, you don't need a Zoe app because you have me to coach you through this problem, to coach you through the problems and all this sort of stuff. Like if it was really down to carbs, that was really the problem. They'd have figured it out by now. It's just something they're trying to sell you. Like it's just a gimmick. Like
yeah.
go down that route of talking about that, but don't just go, Stephen Bartlett's not a good source of information because people go, oh, who's Stephen Bartlett? And then they're going to follow his podcast. Like it's a case of doing it in the right way. It's just the way it's done. It's just easy to just say he's an idiot. He's not an idiot. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's doing it for the exact reason you just highlighted to people. And people go, oh, who's Stephen Bartlett? What's Diary of a CEO? I'm going to go watch it. That's why he's doing it. Like commenting on these videos on YouTube is not going to help you. Like doing that stuff is not going to help you. I just use it as content from that point of view of getting right. This is what people are seeing more of. Okay, cool. How can I show them that's not the case? How can I show them that fasting isn't going to cure them? How can I show them these things? So again, like I don't think coaches do this enough, but like for example, if I was a coach right now, I'd be doing like little experiments. I, for example, would say, I'm going to do a vlog every day of me fasting and staying, but eating whatever I want and eating well over 3,000 calories a day. And I show myself gaining weight. Like, show that you can do it. Show that it's not just about fasting, that it is about calories. Then on the flip side of that, you could do a challenge where you did, I eat 6 meals a day and lose weight. And then I did one where I eat 2 meals a day and lose weight or whatever. Like, there's always different ways, but people need to be shown this stuff now. I don't think there's too many people shouting about what works, what doesn't work. Show them.
Yeah.
Show them it doesn't work. That guy did the Twinkie diet. Show people it worked. Show them. There's again, it's easier to do that. To just shout about it. It's harder to do it for sure.
It's interesting because like a lad that is, I think, currently my client, but it was used to be Dan's client, Paul. Paul Addis, if you go to look at his stuff, he literally just did that for a month. He did fast food. He showed, because he's a nutrition coach, he did a takeaway every single day and lost 3 kilos. He was like, I felt like shit, but it's still doable. But he vlogged it, yeah, like showed it on every single day, blah, 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 blah. Just go and do it. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Just like, but it might take a month of fucking buy-in for people to follow that story. To realize, oh shit, this guy, yeah, I managed to do that. How is that possible? Blah, blah, blah. And then they might come asking for questions. But yeah, it's that whole, oh no, you have to do something for a month for it to maybe have an effect on someone.
Yeah. It's yeah, exactly that. It's thinking a bit differently about it because these people can't do that. Because the other thing as well that these people that they bring on have is that they are living it. You can't argue with that. Like that
Yeah.
these people that are fasting every day, he says it's going to cure obesity. He does it every day. He does it every day. Coach Carnivore can we slag him off, but he fucking does it. Fair play to him.
Doing it
He's
and
doing
living
it, and that's why he's getting the views. And well, that's not why he's getting the views. He's getting the views because he's getting trolled. But you're always going to get haters along the way. Like again, we joke about it, but there is an element of it to somewhat admire him in a really weird way.
Yeah. He does not
And
care.
I think that not enough coaches take that attitude where, like, again, Steve Bartlett does not care. He does not care what you think. He doesn't give a shit. He puts out whatever the fuck he wants. These people, Jason Fung doesn't care that you think calories count. He doesn't care. Tim Ferriss, none of them. They don't care. Tim Spector, they don't care. Like, but too many coaches. I can't say that. I'm going to upset someone. Coach Carnivore can't give a fuck. Like he will. Coach Carnivore will get more followers. He'll probably double his followers, I reckon, in the next year. I think he will.
I reckon so.
Because you look
Yeah.
at his videos, you look at his views, they get a lot of views, they get a lot of reach. It's sensationalist, it's opinionated, he sticks to his opinion all the time. And he will get people onto the carnivore diet for it. Like, again, he looks like shit and he looks like an idiot. But it's also that when you say things enough, it sticks to people's heads.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and lie to you and say that Eddie Abu's content has had no impact on me. I sometimes sit there and do think to myself, probably should eat more whole foods actually. Because it's been highlighted over and over again. Actually, I probably should do that more. Actually, as I'm getting older now and health becomes more important, do I want to take a risk? Do I think that having a monster every day versus not having one may lead to somewhat of a 0.01% increase in not being healthy, being healthier than not having the monster? Sorry, probably, probably, yeah. Do all those little things add up over time? Probably. Like it's that thing. I don't think anyone's saying that like Monster's amazing it for you, and there's no detriments in the long term to it. I'm not like, could you do a cut down caffeine? Probably. Like there's no science to back it up. We're never going to have that research data in it, and the science says it's safe. And I get all that. I get it all. But as I get older, I also do think, yeah, but there's probably a part of it that's like I probably shouldn't have as much of that as I think I should. Like I probably should think more about whole foods. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just think that you can't say that someone turn up and having a real solid social media presence and talking about this stuff all the time, being passionate about it. You can't sit there and go, no, I don't think that there is anything in that. There's something slightly there. Again, carnivore stuff I think is a bit fucking batshit crazy. Do I think it's healthier than some of the garbage diets I see some people on? Yeah. Do I think being carnivore is healthier than probably doing cocaine every weekend and getting blind drunk all the time, being alcoholic? Yeah. Yeah, but that's how some people live in like a lot of people live in the fucking world. Like, so it's always that little thing of like it's funny and it's like we take the piss because it's just so extreme. But it gets talked about. It gets talked about. Like,
It does.
yeah. Anyway, a bit of a fucking off on one there, but
All right, so
yeah.
these other two put forward to, I've had to do a little bit of research because I didn't know them. I don't know whether you do. I don't think so. Well, number one, Elliot Hulse.
Why have I heard that name before?
Looks like a very angry chap. Pumping iron sharpens your brain.
I think I know who he is.
He's
Yeah,
got like
he's a tool.
490,000 followers. But I don't know why
Yeah,
fat people have huge calves. You're
well,
fat because of
pretty obvious.
fungus.
You're fat because of fungus. Yeah, that sounds right, doesn't it?
Feeding a parasite. Massive
Sugar
armpit,
cravings. Yeah.
normal stuff, neck pain.
Again, like you only have to listen to that fucking start of that to know, oh my God, like that's exactly it on social media. Like it is that people who shout like that the loudest and make these
Yeah, it
claims.
is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
It's like,
100%.
and I get that you may not want to lean into that, and you may not want to be that way, but again, there's ways to stand out. There's ways to do it, and I think that everyone needs to be a little bit smarter with that sort of stuff. Um, but that one is like, I'll read it out. You're fat because of fungus. Fungus is alive in your body right now, and it's feeding on you like a parasite. It's like, fucking hell, mate. Like a
So
bit
this guy
extreme,
is
isn't it?
clearly like, if you scroll down slightly, and you can kind of see what he's about. He is about masculinity. His his book is the 12 pillars of masculinity. So it's a bit empowering. It's probably a very like what's the moron's name?
Tate,
There we go, Andrew Tate Light. But ironically, this guy's a lot heavier. So it
I
looks
think
like
this
that.
guy is actually lower than Carnivore Cam because he actually looks like he
Lower.
lifts.
He clearly does lift. But in terms of would I like to spend? Who would I rather spend time with? I think I'd rather spend time with Coach Carnivore Cam. This guy looks angry.
I think it's all for show, though, mate. I think.
You think he's just a big puppy? I think he's taken
Mm.
a few
I mean,
steroids.
I think I would take on Coach Carnivore Cam in the gym versus this guy. This guy,
Yeah.
hands
Well, it
down,
depends
is
what we're
winning.
doing. It depends what actually on any lift.
Yeah.
I would take Coach Carnivore Cam on Strong lifts,
Mm.
I'm not doing anything with this guy. I think I
No,
could probably out cardio him in my current state. Long driving. Would you be able to take him down?
possibly, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Catch it.
actually, no, he goes, I don't know if he goes lower on the list than me because he's just put, there's a video here. If I was stuck on a deserted island and this is all I could eat, I'd be good. It's basically beef mince, rice, and then egg whites mixed together with some hot sauce. I
That's what
mean,
you would
that
take.
has,
That's
I
all
think
you.
that's worse than the egg and bacon fucking bap that Carnival Can made with eggs as the bun. Fuck me.
All right, so he's going lower. And then the next one we have been asked to do is higher or lower on vegan gains.
Oh,
I
God.
believe his I think his YouTube is the one to go on because I was like looking at it and I was like, I don't think his Instagram has that many followers, but his YouTube's got 313,000 subscribers on vegan gains. Apparently, he is
I'm
an
gonna go with
incredibly angry fucker.
I'm gonna go with higher than Coach Carnival Cam simply because I couldn't not eat meat, basically.
So yeah, he looks like an angry. I mean, he's got carnivore dairy fairy versus vegan soy man. Paul Saladino is wrong about soy. So he's
Yeah.
all about vegan gains versus Christian priest. Um, oh, there he vegan gains versus Hamza Ahmed. Carnivore versus vegan diet. All right, he's all about taking down the carnivore diet. So
Yeah, I'd actually probably be on Carnivore's team there.
yeah, I think so. Vegans is crazy. But his Instagram doesn't do much, does it? Where is
Doesn't
it?
like he does
Vegan.
much at all, to be honest.
He's got 300,
I don't know how he got
1,000
300,000 on
followers
YouTube.
on YouTube, but nothing on Instagram.
His Facebook page has got a bit on it, but
Yeah, very weird. He must have been around for a while, I reckon. Then
yeah, no,
he's,
I have
he's
to say
faithful.
that he's worse than Carnival Camp for me.
He looks like a bit of a bellend. So go find those out. We'll come back with some more. So Stephen Bartlett, well done. You're not. Elliot Hulse, if you want to go get some toxic masculinity, crack on. And vegan games. Just, I mean, yeah, his first page is some cats, so fuck off. Yeah, anybody who's into more cats than dogs, what is going on with your life? What is going on with your life? All right, last thing, Daniel. The thing we all want to see, and we've been preaching on this podcast for a while about this, is a lad called James Magnuson. And this lad, 32-year-old from Australia. That was not. That was more of a Nordic accent, wasn't it?
I don't know what the hell that was, yeah.
I think I had a stroke partially through that. So ex-world champion James Magnuson says he will take all the banned. I'm going to ad lib here. All the banned drugs in an
In the
attempt to
world.
swim faster than a world record. It was all. It was the word I put in there. The Australian 32 will come out of retirement to compete in the enhanced games where doping is allowed. But I like that. He will try and swim faster than the 50-meter freestyle world record, though it will
Yeah.
not be official. No shit.
I think this has got legs, you know. I actually think this concept has got legs. Genuinely. I would watch the 100 meters with juiced up athletes.
But
I would
I
watch
love
it.
I love the quote that he did. I'll juice to the gills and break it in 6 months.
Yeah. I just think what they should do is they should make it very specific events like javelin, you know, like 100-meter sprint, 200-meter
Yeah.
sprint. They should make it real specific events. Weightlifting, maybe. I mean, weightlifting probably already is. But like really kind of like, don't just say, oh, every event. Like make it specific. Try and get it all on a day and people would watch it. I'd watch it.
I'd watch it, definitely.
100%
Like,
I'd watch
because
that.
I guess most people think drugs enhancement to like those explosive kind of movements. But obviously, we've got
Mm,
like Lance Armstrong, wasn't their explosive man, but he was definitely
yeah.
using for quite a while, wasn't he? So, I mean, and
Top line.
obviously, this is all hearsay, but I imagine most of the Tour de France are on something.
Did you see Gary
Just
Neville talk about that? About how he thought the Juventus players were?
yeah, I saw that. He was like, yeah,
Mm.
he thought all of even Roy Keane thought about it as well. Roy
Yeah,
Keane
they
was
were like the
like,
Italian
fucking
players
what?
want
He was
something.
like,
He's
are
like
we
they're
not
on
allowed to
something.
say who it was?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't give a shit. Roy Keane was like, fuck it. Oh, yeah, it was the Italian teams in like the 90s and like early thousands.
Yeah.
It was like all those teams, they were just like, we're fit and these guys are ridiculous. Like we cannot keep up. It's interesting, isn't it? Like you never really think about it, but obviously it probably happens in football. I'd imagine. So it must do. It's just the factors like, isn't it true? Like the money to stay ahead of like is more. Obviously, there's more people spending money on creating this shit than it is to try and catch up with it. So it's always going to be one step ahead.
I just don't think at that level that they were tracking. You were doing tests for like blood doping and stuff like that. I just don't think it was more like looking at more basic stuff. Maybe now it's a little bit more, enhanced in that from that point of view. But I think football's looked at as a sport that people go, oh, they don't really need to worry about it because it's 90 minutes. It's not like loads of time. There's quite a big skill element and a team element involved in it. We're Tour de France obviously over such a long period of time, and obviously swimming at that level is like millisecond. It can be between winning and losing. But like they said, I think you look at it as a team and go, yeah, but if they were all running more and being able to do more, they can perform at high level for longer in the game. Like it is.
If I'm able to keep my heart rate lower for that long or whatever, and be able to exert a little bit more energy, they've definitely got an advantage, right? So yeah, Magnussen's going to be paid $1 million to do this experiment, which is pretty cool. I don't know who by. Somebody. But I don't know if we're wearing one of those suits as well, because in swimming there's a lot of like stuff about suits. But I think it's just quite interesting. I think so. I will be following this. I think he did the London 2012. Apparently, he came second, so pretty good. So it's interesting. I don't think you get many like who were clearly fucking great. We'll go for it. I don't know. Did he take drugs previously?
Don't know.
Or has he just gone, I'm going to take drugs now because
he just decided to do it now, maybe.
I want to have $1 million. And it's probably worth it. I've no doubt that James has done this publicly. There will be dozens or hundreds of athletes ready to join. My phone is blowing up.
I genuinely think it.
I think people will. Like the will to win. And like it'll just be there. So interesting. All the trans athletes can go over there. That's good.
There you go. Easy.
Boom. Done. I know they're
yeah, they're natural.
The whole training, the training effect. Jesus Christ. If I train on drugs and then come off drugs, well, yeah, I should be banned. I'm not allowed. So it's not how it works, is it? Nice. On that note, Dan, it will come to an end. Solid show. Yeah. Any other business from you?
Not from me, mate. No, we're all good this end. Hope all is well with everyone who's listening. Thanks for listening, as always. It means a lot.
Oh yeah, we should probably say if you've managed to get this far, fucking leave a like or all that horseshit.
Yeah, all that jazz. Yeah, do something like that. It's important.
on the old Apple thing, it's fine. I check them every day.
No more new reviews yet? Have got any more new reviews yet?
I doubt it. We haven't asked. We only get them when we ask for them at the top of the show. The only way anybody does at any point. So
missed a trick then. I was be at the end because as soon as they finish the episode, right now, write review.
It doesn't stay in your thing. I used to put a little advert in the middle of the show about 100 episodes ago, going, pause it now, you pricks, and put this in. So if you made it this far, I stopped now. Too much editing, mate. I had to find a point where you were rambling, and had a natural break, and it never really happened. So
it doesn't happen, does it?
You don't come up for it very often. So
just keep going, just keep fucking going.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next week.
See you later.